during your tour, and there are 2 toilets located on the back of the vessel just before the stairs leading to the deck. The overgrown building just to our left now is the former Mark Abbey pub. This has been closed since 2015 when it was flooded in the Boxing Day flood. And at the time, the water here came to just below the level of the arch of the bridge to our right now.
Hello friends, in this video we are going to enjoy a relaxing river cruise floating down the river Irwell and the historic ship canal between Manchester city centre and the former Manchester docks, now known as Salford Quay. So board the Princess Katherine at spinning fields in the city centre and listen to the onboard commentary as you enjoy this. Manchester boat trip along with Irwell to Salford Quay for a 60-minute round trip. There are refreshments available on board at the fully stocked bar, which make this perfect Manchester boat trip.
The brick building coming up on our left now is the Victoria and Albert Hotel. This was originally a cotton warehouse dating back to the 1820s and is now one of the oldest buildings to remain alongside this part of the river. You can see behind the section to our left is where the goods were brought into the warehouse in the river barges. To our left, this large building development is the factory, soon to be the new home of the Manchester International Test Club. It's a £180 million art centre development designed to bring culture to the north of England, with an 80-man orchestra, 2,000-seater auditorium and a 5,000 capacity flexible warehouse venue. Will be loaded into barges and taken down the river to a place called Docklands. We are now coming up to Regent Road Bridge. This is one of the main routes to Manchester and historically one of the main roads between Liverpool and Manchester. During the height of the city's industrial past, a large grove of woodland breweries sat the bank of the river here, and the road was lined with drinking dens frequented by the local dockers and whalers sailed here from all over the world. It was these dockers and sailors that would help gain the area a reputation as the Marlborough coast of Eastwood. We are now on the River Irwell, one of the 3 rivers of Manchester, alongside the Irwell and the Medlock. Prior to the Industrial Revolution, it was where the Salford Anglers Club was instituted in 1817, the world's oldest angler society. But since the Revolution, it has been said to have been the hardest working waterway in England. Lined by cotton mills, factories large and small, it suffered from pollution until recent efforts have now seen a return to fish and wildlife. Many of the workers from the Salford docks and the ship Canal. It was described by Frederick Engels in the 1840s as a peninsula formed by a river, a town of 80,000 people, which is properly speaking one large milking man's quarter. The houses were traditional terrace houses set out in back-to-back streets. Wanshut Street, known as Archie Street, was the inspiration for the set of Coronation Street. 1861 by Francis Egerton, the 3rd Duke of Bridgewater, transport coal from Worsley to Manchester. It was considered to be one of the first true canals, as unlike many other canals, it was not simply an extension of a river. Although a great initial cost of approximately £25 million saved money, it saw costs of transporting coal fall by half, and it inspired a period of intense canal building known as Canal Mania. Seven earth bridges, 173 locomotives, 6,300 railway wagons. The project employed 17,000 people at its peak. We're now approaching the quays where we'll stop to let some passengers off and then the tour will resume.
During the cruise, we can see the Victoria and Albert Hotel, formerly a 19th century riverside warehouse, George Stephenson's 1830 railway bridge, and the striking new 2017 Orsal Chord Bridge. Look out the former Pomona Docks and the Old Trafford football stadium, home to the world-famous Manchester United. At Salford Quays, admire the impressive glass and steel building of Media City, including the ITV studio, which produced the long-running TV series named Coronation Street. Don't miss the BBC studio, the Imperial War Museum North, Lowry Theatre and Gallery, the Millennium Bridge, and the striking new apartment blocks. Pass by the first of the 120-meter long locks of the Manchester Ship Canal and admire the impressive Imperial War Museum and old Pomona Docks before heading into the heart of the Manchester along the River Irwell. Listen to a full commentary that described the history of the Manchester Ship Canal and the industry that made the city one of the powerhouses of Europe in the 19th century. Hear about the exciting future now being built.
Salford Quays is linked to the new home of ITV Studios and the Coronation Street set on the Trafford side of the Canal Media City footbridge, which spans 65 metres and weighs 450 tonnes. This swings from a concrete foundation, opening a 48-metre wide navigation channel. Ahead of us now is mode wheel locks. This is the last of 5 locks that ships have to travel through when making a 35-mile journey from the start of the canal at Easton. It was here that Queen Victoria opened the Ship Canal in 1894 after its 7-year construction. In total, Limited folded in 1980 with a loss of 450 jobs, but a band of former employees resurrected it as a shipyard in 1987. Trawlers, cargo vessels, dredgers, and even an aluminium catamaran were built here before the docks finally closed in 2007. With their plate rollers, guillotines, presses and other heavy machinery being dismantled and moved to Liverpool. The dock we are entering now is 9 Dock, and originally was over half a mile in length, being the largest of the docks to be built, stretching back to the largest office complex behind this old building, and it was able to hold 10 ocean liners or large container ships. From here, the passenger and shipping company Manchester Liners brought in goods from around the world, with Canada being one of their prime routes. The company was incorporated in 1898. Manchester Liners Limited was established by Sir Christopher Furness in 1898 to counter the sharp business practices of the ship owners based in Liverpool and encourage the use of the canal. Should acre site now being home to the BBC, who moved here in 2011, with shows such as Watch Dogs, Match of the Day and BBC Breakfast being filmed here. It was developed with an investment of £650 million from the Peel Group. The Peel Group owned the Manchester Ship Canal, having taken control of the company in 1987. The striking building on our right is the Imperial War Museum, designed by Daniel Libeskind in the deconstructiveness style. Libeskind envisaged a constellation composed of 3 interlocking shards, with each shard being a remnant of an imagined globe shattered by conflict. The museum explores the impact of modern conflict on people and society and was opened in July 2002. Just outside the Lowry on our left, at the end of 9 Dock, you can see the sculpture where the wild things were. The giant blades of elephant grass suggest places beyond the canal where ships sailed to and from. This sculpture celebrates the impact of the Manchester Ship Canal, a man-made waterway connecting Salford to the sea and the rest of the world. Each steel base is engraved with drawings by local children who imagine the landscape and wildlife of far-off lands. Their sense of wonder mirrors that of Salfordians who witnessed bananas, citrus fruit, cotton and tea arrive here from distant shores for the very first time. Her journey back towards the River Mersey. It represents the main area of the docks, with entrances onto the 6, 7 and 8 docks, which at its peak was the 3rd busiest port in the UK. Ships weighing up to 12,500 tonnes brought raw cotton, grain and timber, but also supplied Manchester and Salford with tea, fruit, lard, oil, petroleum and even frozen cattle from around the world. Of the canal and became the largest privately owned railway in Britain. Now, it gave rise to the saying "getting bridged" as an excuse for being late to work due to having to wait for the bridge to close.
The boat departs from the city centre with optional drop-off outside the Lowry Centre up to 5 times a day. I hope you do enjoy the tour. Please do like and share the video. And if you are new to the channel, please subscribe it and press the bell icon button to get the notification for more upcoming videos.